We continue to cover the breaking news tonight. Multiple U.S. officials tell NBC News that Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law and top advisor, there he is now under FBI scrutiny in the Russian probe. We're here with NBC News intelligence and national security reporter Ken Delaney and Time Magazine's Jay Newton-Small and Bloomberg's Margaret Carlson, and also the Washington Post's Robert Costa. I want to start with Ken Delaney and to sort of pick up to where we've been going. Last week, there was a report in the Washington Post, and I believe that was the big story. Maybe we have had it too, that there was someone in the White House, someone who was a White House official and someone who was close to the president was under scrutiny. Is this the fruition of that story? Is this where we came from?
Yes, it is, Chris. The term person of interest was used for that story, and we've been spending the last several days trying to figure out who that was. And we didn't use that term in our reporting tonight because it has really no legal meaning. But what we know is that Mr. Kushner is under FBI scrutiny. They want to know some details about his meetings with Russians. They believe he has information pertinent to this investigation. We are reporting he's in a different category than Paul Manafort and Mike Flynn, who are formerly subjects of the grand jury investigation. But you know what? I think Robert Costa made a really important point earlier, which is that the bottom line is this investigation is picking up speed. There are grand jury subpoenas flying. There are FBI agents running around, and it's very unpredictable. And if you look at the history of special counsels, Chris, they often find crimes that were only tangentially related to the original thing they're investigating. And so when you look at Trump and Russia, I've said on your show many times that Donald Trump was the most pro-Russian presidential candidate that's run in modern history, right? But when you look at the people he's appointed, his Secretary of Defense, his ambassador to the UN, they've been pretty tough on Russia. We actually haven't seen, other than the president's behavior, we haven't seen the administration hewing a pro-Russian line. We haven't seen the lifting of sanctions, right? But we are seeing an FBI that is scrutinizing all these meetings with Russians, and they're scrutinizing the financial dealings of people around Trump, and who knows what they might find, Chris.
What did you make of that very clubby picture we saw last week of him meeting with Lavrov, the foreign minister of Russia, and also with Kislyak? I mean, that picture looked like an old reunion of old buddies from the war. What did you make of that? That was pretty vivid.
That was remarkable, and that speaks to Donald Trump personally, who has yet to say a bad word about Vladimir Putin, as opposed to the policies of his UN ambassador, who's been very tough on Russia, for example, Nikki Haley, or his Secretary of Defense, James Mattis. So Donald Trump personally has been hewing this pro-Russian line, and that raises a lot of questions. I mean, intelligence officials I talked to were repulsed by that whole Oval Office scene, and particularly the disclosures of classified information that he made, and that whole story. So it was a mess, Chris. So, but I'm sort of looking at that, but I'm also looking at the Trump policies and trying to make sense of where he's going on this thing.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.